Hey there, welcome to day 104 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. This month we're focusing on our spiritual well-being, our spiritual health, and how to achieve our spiritual goals. And today's topic is practices, rituals, and routines to get your spiritual goals, to get what you want in the area of spirituality with respect to your life. And there's a write-up in Guide 17 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group, Guide 17. If you want to go and read more about this topic, or if you want to go back and see any of the previous challenges, last year's annual challenge, the do one thing every day to become a better version of yourself, that was last year's challenge, the BU 365-day challenge. All of the Get Up and Go challenges from 2020 and 2021 are also in there. Those were 30-day or 30-day plus challenges pretty much every other month for those 2 years. So you can go and review any of those. You can search topics. Some of the topics we talk about often are some of the topics we're going to talk about today, because our practices, our rituals, our routines, our habits, whatever you call them, help us to ensure the success in any area or aspect of our life that we want, but especially with respect to our spiritual well-being and our spiritual health. So what are some of those practices? I got a little list here. I'm going to grab a magnifying glass. I also have it here on my computer, but it's too hard to see and I have to look sideways. So I think I've got about 15 different ways that we can create practices, rituals, or routines that impact our spirituality. And you can pick and choose. Our action item today is going to be just to share one thing that you're either doing or you're going to explore doing to enhance your spiritual goal achievement by having a routine, a ritual, a habit, a practice, etc. So what are some of these things? We've talked about many of these over the years, and we've talked about many of these this year already again, because they're all things that are good for you. Number one, we can start a daily meditation practice, right? It's good for us to just have quiet time to breathe and think and gather our thoughts and tap into how we're feeling about different areas and aspects of our life and what's going on in our life. We can participate in a community service or volunteering, I call this. I don't volunteer as much as I should. I do when I'm down in Texas with my mom and things, but it's harder for me here since I can't drive these days. I can't drive these days. I lost my license because of my vision. Gratitude journal, start a gratitude journal, practice forgiveness, connect with nature, create a sacred space. My daughter used to have a yoga zone in my house, my old house, before she got married. She had a whole yoga zone and sacred space corner where she could go and do yoga or meditate or whatever made her feel good. Use affirmations or I can't read my own writing. Use affirmations or mantras. Mantras, people, are things we repeat and say to ourselves that we want to reinforce in our beliefs, our values, or things that we want to create in the world. I am an affirmation gal. I do affirmations, and I think we've talked about it, but we'll talk about it again for sure this year. What's the difference between an affirmation and an affirmation? I learned about affirmations after affirmations, and they help me to get over that stuff in my subconscious that tries to undermine me when I'm doing my affirmations. Explore your creativity. I think creativity is awesome. And so I'm always looking for creative ways to do things. Engage in self-care. Yes, we've definitely talked about that. We'll talk about that every month because we need to engage in self-care to enhance all of these areas and aspects of our life. Practice mindfulness and mindful eating. This is a good way to be present and pull ourselves into the present moment. And I will admit, I'm not particularly good at this one either. I need to practice it. So that might be the one I choose today, is just when I'm eating, be conscious of that I'm eating and chewing and I'm present in the moment of engaging in consumption of energy. Practice yoga or tai chi. Create and have a dream journal. Keep track of what your dreams are. Set intentions for your day. I don't know if you do that or not. Every morning I try to intend to have an awesome day. And guess what? The days I forget to do that, weird stuff happens. And the days I do that, I seem to have a much better day than the days I don't. So just intend to have a good day. How many people wake up grumpy, stub their toe, and then the whole day tanks because they started off on the wrong foot, literally on the wrong foot or the wrong toe. We want to make sure that we're envisioning things the way we want them to be, not the way we don't want them to be. And finally, read spiritual literature, read things that motivate you. I would say not just read, but watch and listen to things that make you feel good about yourself and about your spiritual health and well-being and help you to achieve those goals. Sit. Again, our action item today is to do one thing or share one thing that you're already doing that's a routine, a practice, a habit, a ritual for you. Rituals is a weird word to me, but people use it interchangeably with habits. Share one thing in the comments below that you are doing or will explore doing. Like I said, I think I'm going to explore mindful eating because I'm not very mindful about my eating. And that's a new one for me, right? Paying attention to, I've done most of these things and I do most of these things. So now it's time to try something new. That's what I'm encouraging you to do. Share in the comments below, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.